Hey guys, welcome to Red50. Thank you for tuning into another video. If you're new to the channel, thank you for stopping by. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. So in today's video, we're going to be finding out how much it costs to get the oil change at your dealership for your Mustang GT. In my case, my 2019 Mustang GT. I will go ahead and also throw a comparison in terms of how much it would be if you were to do it on your own or even take it to an independent mechanic compared to your dealership. But before we get started, I'm gonna give you a cold start on my Mustang GT. That sounds pretty wild. I'm glad I've got Corsa Extremes and it's got the active exhaust so I can still quiet it down if I wanted to and not annoy my neighbors. So I'm currently sitting at 26,711 miles. My last oil change was around 20,400, so about 6,000 miles between the oil changes. It's kind of more than what I would typically get. Even though Ford does recommend 7,500 mile interval between the oil changes, I tend to stick to 5,000. I also get a full synthetic, even though Ford recommends the minimum would be synthetic blend. I feel like in grand scheme of things, it's a pretty cheap insurance to pay for your engine in long term, because I do intend to own this car for a long period of time. All right, so let's go on our way to the dealership. All right guys, so we are on our way to the dealership. I do want to highlight something that basically the cost of the oil change is going to vary from dealership to dealership. And if you do have a previous or pre-refresh model S550 Mustang GT with the Gen 2 Coyote, then your oil change should be cheaper than what mine is, because the Gen 2 Coyote takes actually about 8 quarts of oil, whereas the Gen 3 Coyote takes 10 quarts of oil. So obviously 2 extra quarts does add up to the cost. It shouldn't be significant, but something to keep in mind as you're talking to your local dealership for the oil change on your Mustang GT. But either way, it should give you a pretty good estimate. All right, so we are just pulling into the dealership now, and I'm gonna drop my car off. I'll probably wait here, check out some of the cars. Tend to get faster service that way too. Let's see. All right guys, we are back from the dealership and I have the numbers on how much it costs to get the oil change on your Mustang GT from the dealership. Get ready for this. So here's the invoice that they had, and it cost me $138 for full synthetic oil change. If I'm being honest, that's actually not that bad. I kind of expected it to be a little bit higher than that, but $138 for full synthetic. Keep in mind that the Gen 3 Coyote motors in these 2018 and up Mustang GTs does take 10 quarts of oil as opposed to 8 quarts of oil for the Gen 2 Coyote motor found in 2015 through 2017 Mustang GTs. Now I want to do a little bit comparison how much it would have been if I was to do it on my own versus even taking it to maybe an independent mechanic shop. So if I was to do it on my own, the oil would cost about $60–65 depending if there's a deal or not. Usually filters about $10 if you get Motorcraft filters. So full synthetic oil for 10 quarts and the filter would probably run me about $75, which is obviously $50–60 cheaper. But if I was to take it to an independent mechanic shop, which I used to do when I had my 2006 Mustang GT, I used to basically buy the oil, buy the filter, so I know I'm getting the top quality oil in the filter. And I would just give it to him. He would do the oil change. I'd probably give him like $20, which isn't all that bad, because even if I was to do that, it would probably be $90–95 compared to $130. However, if you really compare it, it's only $40 different, which I feel like adds a little piece, given that my Mustang is still under warranty. So they can't come to me if there's ever any engine issue. They can't come to me that there's no oil change is done, which is why your engine isn't, working properly or some issues with it. So I feel like it's a good peace of mind to pay the extra $40 and do it there. Of course, if it started jacking up the prices, I'd probably start doing it on my own or take it to my independent mechanic shop. As you saw, it is significantly cheaper to do it that way. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Comment below, what do you pay for your oil changes? Do you do it on your own? And as always, subscribe to Red50 for more Mustang content.